welcome to April's Parks and Recs meeting. Can somebody make a motion to begin?
I'll make a motion to begin.
And I'll second it.
Okay, I'll take roll. Kate Smith, here. Sue McFadden. Dennis Allison. Demita Dubose. John Jones.
Here.
Dennis Kapelinski.
Here.
Jennifer McConnell.
Here.
Robert Smith.
Here.
Brendan MacArthur.
Here.
Zachary Witt.
Here.
Mike Downey. Any questions or comments about the minutes from February?
Sure. Ready? Second page. City Park. You need a correction. It's not me and Demita, it's Demita and somebody.
No, I don't know.
And I'm trying to figure out who's missing.
One of the Dennises.
Yeah, because there's Jennifer, I got Rotary, Robert, Sue, Dennis, Kate.
It might be Dennis Allison then.
Oh, okay, so it's probably Dennis A, so you need to make that change to Dennis A. Okay. Then jump down to the playbook. Demita asked Mike a question. Mike, did we put that anywhere so we could circle back to that?
I'm still researching on it, which is why I haven't put it back on there.
Yeah, but is it on any, is it on like our,
No, it's not on there.
is it on our minutes?
It's on the minutes, so that's what these are.
But not agenda for today, is that what you're talking about?
Because I'm still trying to make sure I know how it would work.
Yeah, can we put it, well, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we put a category on there? Because look, go back, now go to the master plan. Mike stated that he'll research and provide the committee with feedback. All right, now if we don't put that somewhere where it's visible, how are we all gonna remember that? Those two things. We're not gonna,
Do you want to add it to the agenda, like running, going forward, maybe?
I was gonna say, make a
Category?
category.
Yeah.
On the
Or even old business.
Yeah, or just make it old business, one of the two. Old business would probably be the easiest one since you already have a category for old business. Just trying to make sure that something doesn't slip through the crack.
Once a new director comes in too, that would be good to carry things over, meeting to meeting.
Yeah, and then it's not a big deal. On the last page, it says adjournment.
Yeah, I noticed.
Could Joe please stand up and be recognized?
I was wondering that too.
Joe, could you stand up, Joe?
I noticed that too, and they're,
Well, look who made the adjournment, Joe and Sue. I want to meet Joe.
Joe's coming back to the commission.
I want to meet Joe.
So who did it then?
It was me and Sue.
yeah, it was
Oh,
John.
okay.
Yeah, I noticed there were a few typos in here also.
He wants to make sure he gets his name in it.
Moeller Park. Well, Moeller Park is just Moeller.
All right, I'm done complaining.
No, this is, it's not, John, because the thing.
No, because you're right, because there isn't,
This is gonna be, this is a formal record of what we discussed.
right.
And in years down the road, they're gonna look at these things to see what we were talking about, and they're gonna look at these, so they do have to be precise.
Your I's have to be dotted and your T's have to be crossed, because you're right. If in 5 or 10 years, if somebody goes back and looks at this, they're gonna go, City Park, there was no, John didn't have City Park, he had Rotary, you know.
Right, yeah.
And then what you might do is you might lead people to believe that, can we trust these notes?
Right. No, it's true though.
If you make a mistake in your notes, you gotta wonder, do you make it every time?
Right, I mean, these are formal city records, so they have to be judged as such.
Right, and then we've just seen over the years where we haven't kept track, I'm gonna say we've had some great ideas in here that we haven't kept track of, that have fallen through the cracks and gone by the wayside. That's why when I saw those two for playbook and master plan, it's like, well, where is the reminder for the follow-up?
I agree with you. I don't think you're picking, I think you're just pointing out things, there's a difference.
Sometimes I'm not always the best at pointing out things either. Sometimes I'm not politically correct, and we all know that.
Any other questions or comments about the February minutes? Would somebody like to approve them?
I will make a motion to approve them,
I'll second it with the changes.
as amended.
Okay, financial reports for the ice arena, revenue. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
I have a question before we start. The question I have is, on the first page, if we go to the expenses and it says 3.20 to 4.16, take that one and then take the one on the second page that is, it says expenses 3.20 to 3.16. I have a question. I actually have two questions. Actually, I have more, but I'll leave it at D.
John.
D says tech mechanical with no cost.
Yep, so I meant to delete that, and I didn't,
So that should be deleted off of there?
yeah, so that is 0 for this one.
Okay. Now, the question on expenses 3.20 to 4.16. Is A through N supposed to equal total expenses?
Yes.
We're short. We're actually over $400. Your total for that is $8,495, but yet it says $8,019. I don't know which one's correct.
So,
If I take, okay, so if I take, if I take A to N, add them up, they come to 8,495, not 8,019. And that's why I asked the question, is A through question mark total expenses? If we go back to the one on page 2, the 3.20 to 3.16, you say our expenses is 4121, I get 4869. I get a difference of about $700. So my question back is there something missing, or is there an incorrect input on the numbers?
it would be incorrect input on a calculator by me.
Oh, that's fine.
All the numbers on here are correct. I was adding all these up at 11 p.m. one night, so I very well, possibly, for sure, then I made a mistake entering them in our calculator.
Oh, that's okay. No, I was just trying to figure out that, you know, if it says total expenses, then I have to, not knowing anything, I have to kind of assume that A to N is going to equal the total expenses, and when there's a $400 difference, I got to ask the question, and on the second page, there's almost $700 difference. But if it's a typo, or if we forgot to put something in there, I'm fine with that. I just need, just,
I basically put all the data in, and then
Okay.
I add them all up off of that. And obviously I messed up typing it in on a calculator.
So if I can understand, the amounts for A through, the amounts are correct, it's just that the total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be wrong then.
Any other questions or comments regarding the ice arena? Revenue or expenses? Okay, moving on to Radcliffe Center revenues and expenses. Questions, comments? Gonna move on?
nothing sticks out.
Okay, moving on to program reports. Do you want Mike to go through them all?
Highlights?
Yoga continues to do very well, I see.
Yeah.
Preschool playtime continues to be a big hit too in the mornings.
Is it? What time do they start?
It's early, it's around 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very early.
The Arthritis Foundation is a new class too, right?
Yes.
And it already has 77?
New instructor.
Okay.
And bingo's on a roll.
That always sells out.
Yeah, you're right.
Any questions or comments? Okay. Moving on to nothing under old business then. New business, Kiwanis, but I don't think anybody is here from Kiwanis. Should we just leave it? Or
Yeah, I'd leave it at,
or leave it off maybe until they,
I would say
Ready
just
to-
leave it on and just, they show up, they're on the,
Just wait till they show
if
up.
we leave them on there and they show up, we're okay. If they're not, if they don't show up, it's not a big deal either, right? So, hey, under the new business thing, Mike and I chatted briefly out at the park the other day. And, were you gonna try and put all of our reports together and give them to us at a meeting?
Yeah, so once I got everybody's report, I was gonna make copies for everybody and put them in there.
Okay.
That way everybody was aware of what everybody was thinking and all that.
Because I know this isn't all gonna fall on you, because are they looking for somebody, or do you have an opportunity to do this, or where is
They're
the?
looking for somebody, they have somebody in mind.
Okay.
Should find out at council meeting of what is going on. So, that is what I know.
get your list ready.
Get your list ready. No, but one of the things that we talked about, like, was with Rotary and Kiwanis. So, if Rotary and Kiwanis really don't know what they want to do, why don't they look at the list that we've created over the past that are simple things of maybe we need more mulch, maybe we need flowers, whatever it may be. I mean, we might even be able to go, is it the Red Hats? Is that the flower?
Yeah.
What's the flower group that
They
takes?
have a garden club.
It's garden club.
Garden club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could get the garden club to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's approached them.
Right, and actually, that's a good idea.
I know they do it at City Park.
You know, I know, yeah, at City Park they do
Good
it.
idea.
What they do at City Park is very nice. I mean,
Well, and.
they
like,
expand.
With the, I know with the Master Gardeners of Western Wayne County, the whole preface of that group is you go through the Master Gardener class and you have to do, I think it's 15 or 20 hours of community service throughout the year in order to maintain your standard as a Master Gardener. You have dues that you have to pay, but you also have to do so many hours of volunteer work. So I would believe that the gardening group would probably be one of the places that the Master Gardeners would go to, you know, in their different communities.
Yeah, but I
to-
thought, don't we have a master gardener in the gardening club, I thought?
Well, we did.
I thought it was.
Because I know I've seen her working in the flower
Yeah,
beds
because I
in
thought
City
Pat
Park.
McCarge had her,
Yeah, she was. I don't know if
I
she.
don't know if she kept it up.
I don't know if she kept it up because after a while, what you have to do is you have to keep paying your dues. And it's like anything else. People are like, okay, I'm into it, I'm gonna do it. And they do it for like 5 years. And then after that, they're like, I really don't need the certificate and I don't need to be, you know, a registered Master Gardener. I'm still a Master Gardener, so they just don't have to put their hours in.
Right.
But with that being said, the people that do go through the class then go into their own communities and go into garden clubs and stuff like that, and they still have to do their hours. So it's not a bad idea. And I mean, I'd be more than happy to go to one of their meetings and talk to them.
I mean, and that actually could be like a true joint venture where it could be Garden City Garden Club and the Kiwanis or the Rotary Club, or, I mean, that could be a joint venture. The other thing I don't know is there any way like the city would go, okay, here's money to buy flowers.
Well, you might.
If you guys plant the flowers, we'll
Barson's-
buy them, will you?
But
Well, that would have to
Barson's
go
might
through
even
city
donate
council.
them though.
Right, right.
I would assume
You'd
the
have to
city
get
council
approved.
would have to do that.
But Barson's might
Yeah, but we
donate.
also have our
Right.
little slush fund, whatever it is, the 12 or the...
It depends on the
No, I
dollar
know.
amount. Council is anything over 10,000. If you guys bring it up to like the city manager, give it to Downey to bring up to the city manager, anything less than 10,000 can be handled by the city manager as just a decision to run it.
Oh, well, it definitely won't be 10,000.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But again, I mean, going to Parsons and asking them to donate flowers, that's another way.
That would
That's a
be back,
possibility.
that would, right, that would be back to Pat McCarge and her group to go to Parsons, or anybody around that sells flowers, the Red Barn,
Right,
whoever,
yeah.
and ask them, say, hey, we're doing the city park, we're doing it volunteer, we're not getting paid for it. Do you have any
Or-
volunteer flowers, you know,
Or it doesn't-
whatever?
It doesn't have to be the garden club. It can also be a member of our commission.
Yeah.
And again, I have absolutely no problem doing any of that stuff. But I'll contact the garden club. I'll find out when they meet.
Okay.
I'll go to their next meeting and see what I can find out.
They have that big landscape, that big flower bed there at the corner in the park.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Because before the year's up, I'll let you know how my wildflowers came out.
okay.
3 by 3, I put a half a bag in there, and it says there's 70,000 seeds. So if I put a half a bag, that means there's 35,000 seeds in there. I'm gonna see how this 3 by 3 area comes out. It should come out loaded with
Just wait till
flowers.
they blow on your lawn, the seeds blow on your lawn.
It should. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, to-do list. Anything needing special attention? Does anybody have anything?
Yeah, I do, actually. So, the other day, I was walking through Rotary Park and I came across, I knew I was gonna forget his name. One of the guys from Parks, or from the DPW, I think. And he was trying to get graffiti off of the walls at, and there's drawings and all sorts of fun things on there. And he wasn't able to do it. He had like dark, like chocolate brown spray paint. And it had primer in it and it's not working. So they need some help figuring out what they can do to get that off of there. Because it does look awful. And the other thing I just want to point out is the swings at Rotary need to be oiled or something because they're really, really loud. That's all right.
And I know Kiwanis is not my
Are
park,
they keeping you up at night?
but Kiwanis needs a lot of filter in there. Yeah, if you go by, you can see, especially the play area, when it rains, it floods.
Right, that's like, Arcola, like that too, I think I put that on the ramp, like puddles of water.
So I know every park needs playground mulch, which I just have to
Yeah.
find who to do it through. So that's what I'm working on right now, so I can get all of that refilled for all the mulch.
Are you gonna do City Park too?
Yep.
I do have to say, since Florence is, my new park, I can say that I've never been over there before. That's a nice park. I mean, it's well kept up. I mean, except for, that one tree that looks dead. But I was really impressed. They look very nice.
Okay, anything else needing special attention?
Downey, did DPW have a chance to look at that?
Okay, moving on to communications and upcoming events. Will you just run through them, please, Mark?
April 26th, Jukebox Bingo at the Ratcliffe Center. Parents Night Out, that one had already passed on March 24th.
What is Jukebox Bingo?
It's just another spin-off of Bingo.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're gonna be playing music.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's more music oriented. Wildlife Safari on April 29th, that is actually, yesterday, it just sold out. So that is completely sold out. Nerf Wars on May 27th at 11 a.m. at the Ratcliffe Center. There's 12 participants registered for that. The Mother Sundance is on Saturday, May 13th at 6 p.m. There's 18 people registered for that. The Garden City Figure Skating Club is presenting their Out of This World Ice Show. That's at the ice rink on May 18th, 19th, and 20th at 7 p.m. The first movie in the park, June 21st at Rotary Park. We'll be watching Lightyear, and that will start once it's dark enough. And a new event, Paint the Ice on May 24th at the ice rink, and it's $10 for a cup of paint. That is from 2 to 9 p.m.
And then when will you take the ice down? Right after that?
2 to 9?
Yep. We made it a big gap, that way we don't have 100 people showing up all at one
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Questions or comments?
Do we have an opening day for the Little League or the baseball?
Opening day, I believe, was,
It was just this past week.
Was it just?
No.
this past-
that was Kerwin Classic,
It's
Oh.
That was the Kerwin Classic.
May 6th,
6th or
May
5th.
6th?
Saturday, May 6th.
Should have known it was raining, right? So it had to be either opening day or the Kerwin Classic.
Okay, open discussion. Sue, do you want to start?
I have nothing.
I don't need to already say that about our cold in my new park, John's Park, it's got a, there's just water there.
It does hold, it. That park does have some
I
low
was
spots.
swimming the other day.
Yeah. And I already said, but Kiwanis Park just needs a lot of dirt. It's, a lot of low spots.
Right, that's what it is.
I have a question totally for residents, if you guys have the answer, yes, if not, no big deal. Hey, who do I call about the cement program for like homeowners?
I believe that would be DPS.
The
The
sidewalk
cement program that the city has, where you get the cement work done and it's added to your taxes, who do I call?
That would be through the building department. Either building or clerk, but either one will be able to give you an answer.
If I call the building department, they'll tell me it's not their job and pass me on to whoever it is, right?
Well, is your area in the, our zone
To be worked on?
they pick a section every year.
No, I don't think we are, but I'm gonna
So
be,
you can call, probably now would be the time to call, and they'll throw you on the list, and they'll come out and check it out and give you a price. But it's either building or the, like I say, building or the clerk will tell you who to go to.
and you don't remember what it is, a slab, do you?
It's in our fee schedule, it just came out. It was right around $200 a flag. I think it's 200, 220 right now, something like that. Which is still cheaper than you're probably gonna get anywhere else.
I'll call you and find out.
Yeah, cement is very expensive.
No, I know it is, I know it is. Because I think my guy wants about more than that, that's what I'll say.
Anything else for open discussion?
No,
Dennis, anything?
Nope.
John, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, I have nothing tonight.
I was gonna speak on the Kiwanis. The last time they were here, just to recap, we are always wondering what this is on here for. The last time that they were here, we let them know, what we had, some ideas, and the idea that they left with, to my knowledge, was ADA playground. But, they stated that they may have some funds, and then they may go for grants. So at this point, so we can all know, from that last meeting where they were here, we kind of agreed upon an ADA playground, so, as to what they were working on. So we give them the option, they take that, they figure out their funds, any grants, and if, and then they'll have to do, go to the city and make sure it's okay. But that's where they left off, so, just thought I'd touch on that, and that's all I have.
I just want to say Helen was a really nice park, kept up, it was nice. And that's it.
I got a few things. Easter egg hunt, awesome turnout. We projected about 2,000 people participated in that. Pool house bathrooms, I know some people have brought that up. They were vandalized pretty badly, so we are trying to repair those. In the last meeting, everybody wanted me to get with Tipton about a cleanup day and maintaining the park. I did send out an email to them about that, and I'm awaiting a response. Rotary Park Pavilion, I'm hoping to have the bid go out sometime next week for the siding that we're supposed to be getting. That was part of that grant that we had. And that was it.
So are they, are all of the bathrooms being locked, or all of them? Are the bathrooms being locked now, though?
No, so the rink bathrooms are still open in the park, so they can still use those. The softball bathrooms are open whenever there's activity down at the baseball fields. And Rotary Park bathrooms are open when soccer club's there.
But only when soccer's there?
Like, is there a camera or anything about the bathrooms? Isn't there a camera there?
There is not right now. We are working on getting some over there.
They've always had problems with those bathrooms.
Just going in and out and back and like that, like, what's the point?
That's parents.
And that's the other thing, you know, on my way here, when I was leaving my house, there were two kids down at Rotary, and they were walking all over on top of all the picnic tables. They're just like, maybe we can separate them a little bit or something so that, you know,
I've already gone over there twice and repainted those picnic tables.
They'll probably re-drag them back.
That's right.
Wherever you put them, they're gonna drag them back. That's what we did as kids, so I mean, they're as smart as we are.
They'll tell you that.
Do you have anything for open discussion?
Yeah, I spent most of Saturday and Sunday up at City Park. The park attendants were doing a great job cleaning out the trashes. We appreciate all of them for the Kerwin Classic. Joe, the director for GCYA, was giving Downey such great props for all his help. Hey, Downey actually had to umpire a game to help him out on Sunday morning, so great job out there, Downey. I did work with King Cone again. He's going to be doing movies in the park again with donating ice cream for free for all the kids. And then Mother's Day Tea was another event. He gave 2 $25 gift certificates for their giveaway at the door prizes. I'm not sure how they're doing it for Mother's Day Tea, but he did donate 2 of those, so they'll be in the right hands and ready to go.
Okay. So that's it. Somebody wanna? Oh,
You got two.
nothing? Okay.
You're good? Mr. Mayor?
I missed that, but I'm sure, Councilmember Witt mentioned the playground.
No.
Look at, did you see the deer in the headlight look?
I saw it.
He's caught.
Did you get any update on the playground?
No.
Sir, could you step up to the podium,
So we
please?
can hear you.
And state your name and address.
Could you give us your name and address?
Which playground are we talking
Yeah,
about?
lately it's been right here. So, we just got word back from Mr. Parker, as far as, and I'll read it to you just so you know.
And Mr. Parker is who?
He is the engineer that is putting out the specs and bid for playground equipment
Okay.
at City Park. So he reached out to the DNR, and the revised plans and specs are under review. And in their documentation, it states that we need their approval, state or DNR, before we go out to bid. So we are waiting for their final approval on what you guys had approved way back when. And then he's getting ready, preparing the RFP for, as soon as they give us the permission, their blessing, and then it'll go out for bid. So, that's where we're at with that. So it's in process, we're waiting on Mr. Parker.
Hurry up,
I take that back.
hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Hurry up and wait.
I'm not sure how long it took Ray to do all that, but,
how long it's going to take from approval till beginning of the build?
Well, it's probably gonna take a little while, because I believe it's a 4 to 6 month wait on the equipment.
Oh.
Which is why we've been pressing them in the last month or so to get the bid out there. Mr. Parker hasn't gotten back to us as quick as we would have liked to let us know that he's still waiting on
Approval.
DNR for approval. But, you know, we were gonna try and be proactive and go, let's go put it out for bid. It'll be all set as soon as it gets done. So what he's doing right now is he's getting the bid process ready. As soon as DNR says we're good, it's gonna go out bid, so.
I don't know, because
Hopefully
state
by-
employees are
hopefully
back.
By the end of summer, I would say it would be probably good guess.
Are the state employees still back in their offices? Last I heard, some of them were even working, still working.
I think it's a 50-50. I think some
Yeah.
are still working remotely and some
Yeah.
are working from office and, I don't know.
Thank you for the update. I appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
I figured you would, Kate.
This is big business. Okay, somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.